much. We are on our way to 500 subs, so be sure to smash that like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to leave a comment in the section and tell me what you think about what's going on with this show. So let's start off. I'm gonna try to keep this as quick as possible. Like I said, it's been a busy week for me, but we also just started training camp, so everybody reported in yesterday except one specific person, and that person is Terry McLaurin, the disgruntled receiver who deserves to get their own to get his contract renewed. So let's go out there and talk about that for a second. So for starters, Terry, as we all know, he is deserving of a new contract. He is looking for something. He's not looking for anything to go ahead and change the whole entire trajectory when it comes to the actual. He's looking for anything to change the market value. He is just looking for what he deserves. Honestly, if you're asking me, I think that he should be getting somewhere between 31 to 33 million dollars. That's right underneath of the top three. I don't think he's worth more than which is 40, which is the highest being paid by Jamar Chase. The second is Jefferson from Minnesota, Justin Jefferson from Minnesota, and coming in at number 3 is CeeDee Lamb. I don't think that he is deserving of anything more than that, but also what reports have been told, but we have to take it with a grain of salt because who it is actually coming from. He's saying that he doesn't want to go ahead and shake up the market. He should be paid with at least, like I said, 31 to 33 million dollars. If you're asking me, I think that he should be in that range now because that's what the market dictates. But also, we got to look at it from the standpoint of this. We don't know exactly how much he is asking for because now you have reports from other people out there who are national pundits who are saying, "Oh, he's asking for this." Adam Peters is only offering him this much, a little bit over what he's making now, which is around $23 million. I'm just my take on it. Until I actually know who you are, I'm not gonna believe who it is. And what I mean by that is, if you're an everyday beat reporter, I trust the beat reporters before I trust the national guys. The national guys just come on in there, get their little take, and then they go ahead and it's pretty much spread around like it's gospel. That's my take. That's my opinion. I'm not here to go ahead and sway anybody's opinion. That's just Herb speaking for him. But I'm also looking at it from the standpoint of this. I don't exactly know, and it hasn't been put out there yet as far as what is he looking for. We don't know. We don't know Adam's side because he has not presented it, and Terry hasn't put it out. But we do know that he's actually here within in the DMV area. We do know as far as like he is trying to get paid. He's trying to be as professional as possible, but he's also standing on business for what he feel like he deserves. And I don't blame him for that. I'm looking at it from the standpoint of this. He has been very productive. He has also been in a situation where he hasn't been injured in the last like 5 years or so. You got to look at it from the standpoint of the production that he's put out, 1,000 yards a seat for the last 5 years. He has also went ahead and put it out to where the last 6 out of 5 years he has not been injured. So we have to go and look at that. We also have to look at it from the standpoint of this. Yes, he is getting north of 30 by the time week 4 or 5 hits. He'll be 30 years old when the season is going on. But also, let's keep it a buck. I mean, he came in at 24. This isn't a typical, hey, I'm a receiver who's been playing for 10 years. I'm 30 years old. And no, he came in a situation where came in at 24 years old. When he was at Ohio State, he didn't really play the first 2 years, if at all. He got all of his he started playing by his junior year. So his tread on the tire isn't the same as somebody who's getting paid right now, like a Justin Jefferson or a what's the name, a CD Lamb or anybody like that, because they're still young. They're 25, 26, 24. So I mean, it's different. He's not, and honestly, I think is you got to look at it from a case by case basis with this age part. You have to look at it from the standpoint of this. He's not the typical guy who is a 30-year-old and he's getting a lot of wear and tear. He doesn't. Let's just keep it a buck. I think as far as this situation, it should be a case by case because I mean he's produced. He's put over 1,000 yards, 80 catches, and he had 13 touchdowns. That's second in the league behind Jamar Chase, who was a Triple Crown winner. Now, getting to this point right here, I feel exactly what AP is doing. He's doing it for the betterment of the actual team. From a fan standpoint, I am pissed. I want him to go ahead. I'm pressing the panic button because I said today will be the day that I'm going to be panicking. But as I also said this too, as a content creator, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I'm doing it from the smart standpoint, where it's an unbiased opinion. Unbiased opinion. Adam Peters is doing the right thing. We have been asking him to be asking for the adults in the room to get on here and just basically just let him take over. Hey, we need an adult in the room to go ahead and just say like, hey, we need you to take over. He's been doing that. He's doing the things that we are uncomfortable with, and you have to let him cook. I've been saying this all off season. You have to let him go ahead and do his job. It's going to be some times like this where you're not going to like it. I don't like it. I want Terry to be signed. I want him to be, so we can just get this thing over with. I don't want to go ahead and push it to a point to where Terry's getting fined every day, which is, by the way, $50K. Now, $50K to us, normal people, yeah, we're sitting there like, oh my God, this is a lot of money that he's getting, that he's going to have to dish out. But when you're making $30 million a year, you'll be fine. And I'm not saying that 30 mil, what's the name, 50K a day ain't nothing, but it's kind of different now. You have it to where like before 2020, they had it to where like, hey, if it depends on the situation with the ownership, we'll go ahead and wipe away that 50,000 a day fine that you got to deal with. But with the new CBA, you have to go ahead and take that L, which is even more of a reason why Terry is standing on business to say, hey, I need to get paid. I don't blame Terry, but I also don't blame Adam Peters for what he's doing. Yeah, it looks like I'm playing both sides of the fence. I want both of these motherfuckers to get the deal done. And I'm serious about that. I want it done. I do not want this distraction. I don't want anything else as far as contract wise to be taken as a big deal in the midst of us trying to get one game better than we did last year, which was the NFC Championship, to go to the Super Bowl. I want us to focus on that. Everybody does. But at the same time, we got to keep it a buck. This is what's going on. So in the meantime, I mean, let's hope and pray that they get this thing done. Now, I will go ahead and say this for those who don't know. Adam Peters is going on a trend off of what he's been doing since he was with San Francisco. You look at guys like Nick Bosa. He didn't get signed with his contract until September. Trent Williams, former Redskin, didn't get his deal done until September. You look at Sam Cosmi last year, didn't get his deal done till September. This is a trend that's going along that's like, hey, we might have to tough this thing out through the whole entire the preseason. And you don't want to do that with your star wide receiver, and you want your quarterback to go ahead and start budding and getting better and better. So I mean, it's something that we have to look at. It's something that we have to take serious. But at the same time, I do feel confident that deal will get done. Unfortunately, it's happening right now when it could have been taken care of during the off season, during the whole entire break that we just had, instead of not reaching out to him. That is malpractice. You don't want to do that. If you want to be looked at as a competent, I'm sorry, my fandom is just really poking out right now, and I want to rage out, so I apologize. Yeah, I'm just, and tell me what you guys think in the comments. Just in my opinion on this, it's just like, man, I really, really genuinely want this whole entire thing to just end. I want it to end because I feel like Terry deserves this. One thing I do have to go ahead and give credit to is Josh Harris. You're probably looking at me like, why are we giving Josh Harris a whole entire credit for this thing, Herb? Well, here's for starters. If we had Daniel Snyder here, he would have meddled around with the GM and told him to just sign him. No. The one thing about Josh Harris is he lets his GMs, his coaches, coach and GM. He doesn't meddle in it. And then on top of that, you got to look at it from the standpoint of this. So if Mr. Harris is going to go ahead and intervene in this whole entire negotiation, is he showing favoritism? What is he going to do with that? Why is Terry the one that gets he gets to go ahead and, because this is what players will think. Players will be thinking, what makes him more important than me? And you don't want that in your franchise. So I give credit for what's the name, Josh Harris, through this process. And guys, I'm looking at it like this too. We could be in a way worse situation. Terry's here. We all know he's professional. He's ready to go ahead and practice with the guys, but he's standing on business with his contract. Look at it from this standpoint. You got Trey Hendrickson, who's the defensive end from the Bengals. Led the league in sacks for the last 2 years. He has been in Ohio the whole entire time up until training camp. He decided, you know what? Bump this. I should have been paid. I led the league. I was the only good thing that happened on the defense last year, and we still couldn't get the job done. I should be getting paid top dollar, and he should. And the longer that they wait, the longer that this contract is going to be getting bigger and bigger. You look at guys like Myles Garrett. What's the name? Who's another one? T.J. Watt. What's the name? Not Miles. Max Crosby. These guys got paid over the summer, and they are over $40 million a year. The longer that you wait, the longer you're going to have to get paid. You could have got this thing done last year. And that's what I'm saying. And also, I forgot, they still haven't signed their first round draft pick because they want to go ahead and be cheap on their deal. We can be in a way worse situation. That's why I'm saying, hey guys, don't panic. Even though I have to tell myself, don't panic. You have to let the adults handle the situation, and that's what we're going to be doing with this team. Adam Peters put together a solid nucleus last year and got us to an NFC championship. We have to let him go ahead and figure this out. Do we like the fact that he's playing chicken with our top receiver? No, we don't like that. But we have to let him do this. We're going to figure out what type of GM he is. And if you go ahead and win this battle between them, then you're going to be looked at as, oh, okay, he knows what he's doing. We want adults in the room. We have adults in the room, so we have to let them do what they do. We can't sit here and just be mad about it. Well, you could be mad about it, but you can't sit there and bitch about it, but this is what you asked for. If somebody came over there and said, if you told a chef, I want a steak dinner with all the fixings and all that stuff, but here's the thing, it's going to take you 45 minutes to get it done. I'm just using that as an example. you're gonna have to wait that 45 minutes. You can't sit there and bitch about, oh, I need my food this quick. No, you want perfection, right? You gotta let them cook, and that's why I'm saying it with this, guys. That's the biggest news that happened yesterday, and we'll find out what happens next. Like I said, I'm working OT today, so I will try. If anything breaks while I'm out, I will go ahead and make sure that I report it to you guys. I'm gonna during the preseason, the training camp, I will be trying to do a live every day. I will try, depending on my schedule. But I still will go ahead and put out like content as far as like, hey, bringing people on and making sure that we can go ahead and talk about whatever's dealing with the news or whatever. I got some people lined up. We just need to go ahead and figure out the schedule thing, and it will be good. But in the meantime, guys, I'll be here to go and drop some gems whenever I can, and we'll go on to hopefully see a good preseason. By the way, with the preseason coming along, we will be having, just in case if you haven't followed, we will be having practices. The first thing I believe is with New England Patriots. That will be next week, if I'm not mistaken. Going up to New England to go ahead and practice before we go ahead and have that game. And the other one is supposed to be with the Baltimore Ravens, because we don't play them during the regular season. We play them during the preseason. So, yeah. And then I think we play the Cincinnati Bengals, but we're not doing a co-practice on that one. So in the meantime, guys, tell me what you think about the whole situation with Terry. Tell me what your thoughts on, other than pay Terry. We all know pay Terry. I want to hear your thoughts on it instead of just pay Terry in the comics. So, I mean, like I say every single time, guys, when it comes to this channel, I want people to walk away feeling smarter, having educated conversations, not just some, oh, they need to pay Terry type shit. No, we obviously know. I want you to use your brain when you walk in here, man. But guys, thank you for tuning in. And as we do every single time, left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Peace.